guys, and welcome back to Zack's YouTube channel.
Shauna decided to do the intro today, but
Zack
then she got
told
nervous.
me to do the intro today.
I said, "Would you like to do the intro today?" And you go, "Sure." And
we
then you
very
went.
far
We
apart?
went to start. No, I think we're fine. I think we're as close as we need to be.
Thank you. Today we are going to be giving you recommendations, suggestions on Netflix shows that we've enjoyed recently. So we tried to go for 5 and ended up with 8.
It's impossible to get your Netflix down to 5
Yeah.
shows, especially during a time like this where everyone is watching is Netflix, and that's
Yeah.
all we're doing in the evenings at the moment. So
Throwing a spanner in the works, Amazon Prime is pretty good as well.
yeah, I think we're gonna I genuinely think we're gonna have to do an Amazon Prime one eventually.
Yeah, same.
Not gonna lie, we wanted to binge watch a series, Downton Downton Abbey, and it wasn't on Netflix, but we found it on Amazon Prime, so that's +1 for Amazon Prime. It's the first time we've ever actually used it for a series.
But Netflix, our top 8.
Yeah,
So,
let's go.
Zachary, would you like to start?
Absolutely. Our first binge watch of isolation was The Crown, which we are like massive fans, which kind of told us that we're massively into English history, old school English wealth, that sort of thing.
And also just very calm shows that everyone is like overly polite and there's so much etiquette, and we really enjoy that.
Yeah, and I think the thing I really liked about the Crown was it brought you through so many troubled times that happened in the past, and it kind of made me feel that like what we're going through is just a blip compared to what has happened in the past. So The Crown was very nice for that, for just kind of settling your mind and making you feel good about the current situation.
Yeah, we definitely like those kind of shows because we loved Called Midwife as well, Downton, The Crown. Any other suggestions for those type of shows, please keep them coming because I love them so much.
Her mom thinks I don't like those shows at all. And she recently said to you, she's like, "Are you forcing Zack to watch this?"
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, he's nice, he's watching them for you." I was like, no.
I love old English shows. So yeah, The Crown is number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Number 2, for me, I actually am watching this on my own. It's not really Zach's cup of tea, but for anyone that is into true crime, which I'm sure you all know that I am, the new series out, Waco, it looks at the siege on the ranch that the Branch Davidians lived in with their leader, David Koresh, which is a really, really interesting story in itself, about the cult and about how they were brought to an end, essentially. And this it's not a documentary, it's a drama, but it's quite interesting because it gives a real insight into what it was like in the house, like with the Branch Davidians, like what they were going through, as well as the ATF and the FBI on the external. I just really enjoy it. I think it's so good.
I haven't watched a single minute of it, so I don't know what she's talking about.
It's super.
But if you're into cults, it sounds like
if you're into any
culty
sort of crime, yeah, it's really good. The acting in it is fab as well.
Number 3 is a funny one that the reason we start watching it, like it wouldn't be our typical show, but it's too hot to handle. Now, the reason we start watching it is because I filmed with Francesca Fargo a couple of months back.
I thought it was.
Fargo, is it?
Fargo.
Francesca, like the star of the show, a couple of months back in this like exotic shoot with like Lamborghinis and really nice houses and beautiful girls and boobs and she was the boob girl. So yeah, like we watched it because I just wanted to see her on TV and her boyfriend Harry, who basically took this.
We don't know if they're still together, by the way, so that is not a spoiler.
Yeah, they basically just took the show. It's really good. It's like literally about couples, or like lots of single people being put in a house together. They're not allowed to have sex for whatever the duration of the show is, which apparently is a massive deal. Like I have never seen people lose their souls so much from lack of sex. So Too Hot to Handle is funny. It's just a very, very modern day show, to say the least.
I hated it at the start. Like,
you hated it.
Hated it. I thought it was the most shallow, ridiculous thing for the first like 2 episodes. But then once they started the workshops, and especially the boys' workshop, I was like, huh, actually quite good.
Yeah, there was a good scene where the boys got in touch with their emotions. There was a scene where
I really enjoyed.
Girls looked at their vaginas with mirrors.
Didn't enjoy that one so much. But it actually ended up pretty good. And it's very binge worthy, and I'm sure you guys have all binged it yourselves. So let us know what you thought of everyone.
Yeah,
down
and
below.
if you haven't watched it, watch it and then come back and let us know what you think. But it was definitely worth a watch.
Next up is we've realized we have a type of show that we like, which is this like real dark humor.
Love those shows.
There's a few of them. Sex Education, hilarious. It's just so cringe-worthy at times that you're literally just watching the TV like, oh my god, like, oh my god. So funny, really, really good. And then the next one is End of the Fucking World. Again, real dark humor. It's set in the...
Really dark humor.
Like, really dark.
Yeah.
But hilarious. And that is set in the UK. And then they have like a US kind of very similar, but it's based in the US, called I Am Not Okay With This. The three of them, I think, kind of would fall into the same genre. Quite similar. Again, like... Especially
The End of the Fucking World and I Am Not Okay With This.
They're
like
really
literally
similar.
Was that the same director or producer?
I think so. It must have
makes
been.
a lot of sense.
Really, really similar, but again, super funny. If you are insulted easily, maybe not your thing. But if you like a little bit of controversial humor, it's great.
They are the shows to go to.
They are the shows. Also, what I like about them is that the episodes are short. So in the evenings, it's quite nice. You can just watch like 3 episodes, and that's an hour, because I think they're only 20 minutes each.
Yeah, you fly through that series.
A bit too fast.
So the 7th series is Atypical, which is something we watched a while back ago when it first came out. And then the 2nd series came out and was just as good.
Yeah.
It's about an autistic kid and basically giving a look into life of having autism. And it's absolutely hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah.
It just kind of gives you an insight into how stressful it can be, but they do it very well.
And one thing I will say is that, a bit of a plug here, it is Autism Awareness Month. And one of the girls that I used to teach at home, Rebecca Flynn, is actually doing an autism series on YouTube at the moment, kind of documenting her experience with Asperger's, and I think it's really, really insightful. We watched your first episode yesterday, Rebecca, and really impressed. So
yeah, hit the nail on the head there. Yeah. It was like really, really informative.
So Zack will leave the link below for Rebecca's video as well, just because I think it is definitely worth the watch. And then the 8th show, that was meant to be 5, is...
the 8th and final 5th show.
Yeah. is Self-Made, the life of Madame C.J. Walker. It's stunning. Like, it is the best thing. Again, I watched this on my own. I like doing that.
Unfortunately, posting YouTube videos every second day doesn't allow for me for a lot of Netflix, so Shauna does have a couple of shows she has on her own.
Yeah. This one I watched... Did I watch like all of it in one night?
I feel like you did.
I think I watched all of it in one night because it was...
I could tell it was good, the fact you didn't come out and ask for attention at all that night.
Like, oh my god, I was just blown away by it. One, the story of Madame C.J. Walker is amazing. She's the first self-made millionaire, female black millionaire in the US. She ended up buying a house next to...
Michael Jackson?
No, it was way before that. Rockefeller. So one of the biggest millionaires and most known millionaires in the US history. So she ended up having a house and an estate beside him, all from starting to sell hair products. And it's just like her resilience and her grit and her perseverance is incredible. And then the way that it's filmed as well is so nice. Obviously the costumes and the set and just the music as well that's in it. It's really kind of hip hop. It's very modern, then juxtaposed with this like real old setting and story. And then Octavia Spencer is so good.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, I was obsessed. And if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. It's so motivating. I actually just couldn't deal with how good it was.
I think the last one seemed to get a lot more interest. You can tell she's like passionate about this one. So maybe start with the last one.
Start with Self-Made. it is the best thing I've watched in so long.
So yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any recommendations for us down below, because we're currently binge watching Downton Abbey on Amazon Prime. When that finishes, we'll probably return to Netflix. So hit us up with some suggestions you have for us to watch, and we'll definitely check them out as well. So.
And if you haven't already, we are uploading Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so make sure you are subscribed to his channel.
We're collectively sharing the channel at the moment because we're in the house together the
I'm
whole
not
time.
doing anything other than sitting here.
Yeah, I just pitch the ideas and then we record. Bada bing, bada boom. YouTube videos made.
And then I go watch Self-Made in Waco.
Alright guys, we'll speak to you all on Friday.
Goodbye.
Peace out. You want to open it or will I?
I will.
Okay. 3 and 2 and 1, 2, 3.
I always get shy.
Okay.
I want to do it.